Press Start Podcast.
And welcome back to the Press Start Podcast. I'm your host, Vic, aka Mr. Never Chillin'. This is episode number 137, and I'm joined this week by my co host, Scott, aka Scobie1.
Welcome back, everybody.
What's going on, my friend? As everyone
Come
everyone
on.
can see, it's just me and you today. So no Roger. He had to go to a concert tonight. So hopefully he enjoys that and has a great time. Well, how you been, man, over the last week?
Good, stressing.
I bet, man. I bet.
It's good stress though. You know, it's one of those times where it's like between everything that's going on, it's just like none of it's bad stress. I
Right.
mean, there's like a little half cup of some stress where you're like, yeah, I wish I didn't have to deal with that. But all in all, man, just positive stress, good times, but lots of excitement either way.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. So yeah, over here we've been busy this weekend because we had a bunch of birthday parties to go to for kids, and we went to one yesterday, and it was at a disc golf course down in like Lebanon. So I haven't played disc golf probably since I played with you the one time, and I played the first 9 holes, and I had like a +8. I was like, yo, not bad. I'll take it. I was like just one over, almost like just I parred on one hole, and it was actually a really nice course. I've never played there.
Is it the one? Is it the one up by the VA?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, dude, that's a really nice course.
That shit is. I actually want to go back and play through all 18. And the fact that it's a double course, it has a yellow and a red basket, so you get the 2-for-1 special. But it was fun. My daughter and my wife were following me around all of them, even luring through a couple of discs, and realized that, yeah, this is quite difficult. I'm like, yeah, and then I'm feeling it today. Like I was like, man, I haven't thrown in so long. Like
Oh
I feel it
yeah,
across here. Like fuck.
yeah, yeah. It's rough. Are you a forehand or are you a backhand?
Yeah, this for
Backhand,
yeah,
yeah.
backhand.
Yep, yep.
And I was just like, man, yeah, I was like, I can't have enough control to throw it on the backhand way, because there was a couple of them where it's better for a left-hander or a backhander or forehander, and I was like, man, can't do it. So I had to try and throw as straight as possible, whether it was like with the mid range or the putter, because some you can throw them pretty far even just without much
Mhm.
curve. But yeah, I definitely want to hop back into playing some disc golf every once in a while. That'd be definitely fun again.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into what we've been playing this week. And interesting enough, you had a game that I was really curious to hear about. I was thinking about giving it a go, but you checked out Once Human, game that just dropped like last week or so, something like that. What's your thoughts on this game?
It's fun so far. They actually just released the full game today. Um, it's there's a lot going on, and you could definitely tell that it had some bugs to work out. But all in all, super enjoyable. If you're a fan of the MMO survival games, it's definitely it scratches the itches for all those. I'm in there, building houses. I have a nice, spectacular house now, with all the accoutrement that comes with that. Um, but it's fun. I'm still learning the story. The story's a little bit slow to progress, um, but they're doing their seasons, they're doing things like that, and they're kind of rolling everything out currently.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more difficult to get a full idea of the game and the story and everything like that. But it's super fun so far, and the story is pretty interesting. They got some weird shit in there, which is really cool.
Yeah, as
They got
everyone can see here on the trailer, I have the trailer up
yeah,
on screen playing. You're like, what the hell is going on in this game?
yeah, yeah, and it's fun. Like they got all that weird shit. Um, it's a good time. It's nice to get into something new that I didn't think it was initially gonna like keep me as interested.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I like the survival when it's done like nice and just right. This I feel has succeeded in that. It's survival, but not too survivally.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
you get thirsty, you get hungry, you get tired. You're in different zones that drain stamina or do this, do that, and the other. Um, but it's not as much of a detriment as you would initially think. Now, then again, let me preface that by saying that I am on a novice server right now.
Mm-hmm.
So when you move into um, more difficult servers or anything like that, it could very well be much more different. But the novice server was best to really kind of get a feel for it. But it's super fun. It has a lot of vibes from a lot of different games. Um, I get Redfall vibes in it a little bit, just the way things look, or kind of like how you go into a town and then all of a sudden you just have these things to do in that town.
Mm-hmm.
Um, It's a little bit of like the Division E. It's got a lot of aspects of a lot of different games. It comes with its own Revelio for anybody who played Hogwarts Legacy. All you gotta do is smash that Q button and just start looking around for shit. So you got that. But it's fun. It's a good fun time. I'm anxious to get back into it, and it's been a while since I've been like that for a game.
Yeah.
Where I just kind of like I woke up this morning, I was like up early, and I was like, nah, do I stay up? Do I go back to bed? If I stay up, what am I gonna do? Well, I could probably hop into Once Human, play a little bit of that. But it's overall it's really fun. I'm anxious to see how things go if they fix some of the bugs that they have going on in there. But I think they're on the right track here. They have a small nominal subscription service if you would like. But it is free to play, and you can unlock a lot of cool shit while you're playing the free to play. I mean, not a lot going wrong here.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I was wondering like if I wanted to check this game out or not, but the fact that it was like a survival game, I was like, like I'm kind of burnt out from these survival games. Like there's just too many of them, and it's just they require too much like involvement into them because like you have to build things and all this extra shit, and it's just like I don't want to go through that. I just want to go through like the setting of this game seems really really cool, and that's what was drawing me to it. But then I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do survival. But the way you're talking about it, like the survival mechanics are like kind of there, but they're not like too in depth. So maybe it makes me want to check it out then. Especially it's also free to play, so like it's one of those like hop in, check out. Oh, this is trash. Hop back out.
Yeah, I don't think that second part will happen, but that first part should definitely happen at least for a try because it is pretty fun. It is something. It's really hard to say it's new and fresh when it has so many mechanics from so many other games.
Right.
But I think it found a way to put them all together and give us something that felt kind of new and fresh.
Yeah.
So
Cool. All right, so I'll give you a rundown on a game that kind of just the demo came out, and I was talking about it last week, and I even dropped it into the chat. See if you guys wanted to check it out, but that was Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. Game comes out here in a few days, um, and it's day one on Game Pass, which is great. And this is a new game coming from Capcom. And when all the people were talking about like they do not know how to describe this game, they're 100% correct. Like you're literally like when you first load in, like you have to escort this queen, this goddess, from one gate to another gate, and like these are those Toro gates, like they're like the haunted gates and stuff like that, and she has to cleanse them. But in the meantime, like there's like different villages that you can go around and like recruit to your team, and like the ghosts and shit only come out at night, so you're operating on this day and night cycle as well. But in the meantime, like you're in this like village or field or whatever, and you're just trying to scavenge resources, and then like assign different jobs to these villagers because you can make them like long range abilities or close range abilities, different things like that. And then like once nighttime comes, the portal opens up at the gate, and all these like different yukai are coming through, and you're trying to kill them. And then now you're like running around the map almost kind of like Dynasty Warriors, and you're just like trying to go where you're needed, and like you're just really mighty powerful warrior. But like if you get too close to your goddess and they attack her, that's it. Like you got to protect her. So that now it's kind of like a tower defense kind of game as well. So it's like it goes from like side scrolling to like 3D back and forth all over the place to resource management. Like it's a really cool concept. And then like once you defeat that gate and she gets to it, because then you have to use resources to got like escort her to the gate then too, like you have to burn resources to get her there, and she moves extremely slow. But yeah, once you complete that, you unlock like a new like base, and that's when like you can upgrade you or your village people that come along with you. There's like some more lore stuff that you can pick up, like scrolls that you can read there at the tent that's in village as well, in the village. But yeah, I've only played for like 30-45 minutes, and I was like, I think I want to stop here so I don't spoil too much of the game. So I'm going to be like, yeah, check it out when Game Pass, when it drops on the Game Pass. So highly recommend.
I
It's
don't
a
think
unique
they'd
experience.
I don't think they'd let you spoil the game for yourself in the demo.
I don't know.
But
I hate playing demos, to be honest, because I don't want to experience anything in the story at all. And like you kind of have to when you play it in like a demo.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So it just sounds like the world's weirdest escort quest,
Yeah, pretty much.
honestly. or the most difficult or the roughest.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's definitely a very unique game, and like I would definitely check it out. The only thing that's really
not
turning off to me is like I haven't heard like any voice acting in the game at all, and so it's like it kind of throws me off. Like this game could have been very much voice acted, whether it was Japanese or even like an English dub over it. I don't know. Maybe that does happen in the real game. Maybe that's just like one of the features they took out from the demo. I don't know. So you
yeah,
don't know
maybe
what
it's
they're
something they're
saying or
still
what's
working.
going on.
Yeah, something they're still working on.
Yeah.
It
So
sounds awful. I can't wait.
yeah. Well,
I can't wait to
day
try
one
that
on
out.
Game Pass here in a few
Day
days.
one on Game Pass. Let's go.
um. So next game here on my list, I actually played through a little bit more Doom, beat it actually. I'm like baffled for words because like I can't believe that I waited 8 years to finally play this game, because this game was a really fun and engaging game. Especially once you start to get all the guns and all the abilities and on like leveling up all your guns, it's like you really become a certified badass. Like
You
there is
become
nothing that
so
can kill
OP.
you. Yeah,
You just become so fucking OP, and at that point, it's just torture the game.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And then like how the game gets to the end and it sets up the next game, and I'm like, yo, I can't wait to play Eternals now. And that shit's gonna be badass. And then like I'm really excited to check out the Dark Ages when that comes out, I believe next year. And that's like a prequel to the first game that I just played. So good times over in the Doom world, I tell you that. I'm glad Shoot the Wind decided to make that the Game Club Game of the Month.
hell
But
yeah.
but before I move on to my next game, let's talk about yours. A lot of yours are shooters or your typical um pooper game, proper pooper game. But you also played some Baldur's Gate 3 here. You picked that back up. Is this another honor run? Is that still going well for you, or did you die?
Well, of course, it's the honor run, and this is the same run that I've been doing for about 3-ish weeks now, 4 weeks maybe that we first talked about. I'm just slow rolling it when I don't have anything else to do. Um, like I had said before, I just having done so many honor mode runs and failed. I've done everything in the game.
Right.
So at this point, like, there's nothing new to discover. Like there's like it's just push through and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
So
Any
it's one
any,
of those
any
things where
scares of
I find,
dying?
no,
No, you're just steamrolling everything in.
no, no. Well, there wasn't really scares of dying. I mean, there was definitely scares of dying, but like not to the point to where it's like I would log in, think I'm gonna die, and then like sweat for 6 hours. Um, like that last honor mode run that I would say broke me. Um, I went into that last fight just feeling confident. The last fight that ended me just feeling confident. I'm like my guys are already max level, and I still have like half of Act 3 to go through. Like we're gonna be fine. Like that I have best in slot gear for most of them. Like we're doing a okay. Things are great, and I got my shit rocked. So at that point, you don't have a fear of constant death in like act 1 or like moving into act 2 at that point. You're not like
Hmm.
something's going to fuck me up because you know at that point what you got to do and what you need to do to survive. So it's
Yeah.
pretty easy at that point. So no near death experiences yet. But if I get to that fight again, and it was the Orin fight, if I get to that fight again, there's a couple ways that I've found that you can cheese that.
Yeah.
I might do it just for that one. We'll see. We'll see.
So there was another story game that I picked up and also beat. It was a pretty quick experience. Like I played through the first one a few months ago, and I finally got through the sequel. And this is called Figment to Creed Valley. This one's pretty interesting because like basically the premise of the game is like you play as this character called Dusty, and he's like so you're inside like someone's mind. And Dusty is the mind's courage, and like in the concept of this game is like you're trying to destroy like nightmares and stuff like that, and you think that Jester is like a nightmare, and you find out he's really not. He's just another part of the mind, like a good part of it. But like some of the puzzles that you have to play through is pretty cool, and just like the story and the back and forth between you and your sidekick. I don't even know the bird's name. But yeah, the music was great. Apparently you can play local co-op. I didn't play co-op at all. But it was a very genuine experience, but it ties back to like whose mind that you're in, because like you're playing as like this guy that's dealing with like a family, like his husband and wife, and they're like looking to buy a house, but like all he's focused on is buying the house, and like forgetting about like family time and making time for his wife and making time for his kid, that like he's almost about to lose them. And it's because like the jester was like the fun in him, and we were thinking the jester was a bad guy, so like we actually had to free the jester from like his room in the mine was like completely dirty, and like he had to clean up and like realize, oh shit, jester, that's a good guy, we got to help him out, and whatnot. So overall fun short experience as well. It was like 3-4 hours I think it took for me to beat it. um it was on Game Pass. It's leaving tomorrow, unfortunately, so that's why I wanted to hop in and make sure I checked it out before it left. So that was my experience in that game. That was a fun one.
That's a little too real for me.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? Um, Next game on your list, let's talk about is PUBG. What made you hop back into this? Any winner chicken dinners or whatever? Winner
Yeah,
chicken
yeah,
dinner.
I've gotten. I think I've gotten like 3 or 4. Yeah, good days, bad days. I have days where usually I'll place top 10 almost all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the other day, man, it was every game I was getting just fucked up for no reason. Like I'm just
That skill based
doing
matchmaking kicked in, huh?
all my normal strats, everything like that, and then like I would just turn a quarter and just like bam S12K, like just dumb shit
Yeah.
that was just getting me killed. I wasn't paying as much attention to it as I should have been, um, in that moment,
Right.
but at the same time, get what's coming to you. That skill based matchmaking, like when I make it in top 10 for 85% of my matches, and then I just start getting my shit rocked. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen. It'll happen. And then even throughout that, I've made it top 5, top 10
Right.
a few times on that day, and yeah, it was rough. It was a rough day. Stairs and PTSD. But no, I've been playing this for a bit. It's just one of those games that it's just gonna be my rotation now.
Yeah.
Same as Warzone, same as Pokemon Go. Just like
Mm-hmm.
something I do from here on out. It was nice getting back into it a while back, and then just continuing playing, um, winning, doing things like that. It was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that, and that's just gonna be in my rotation from here on out. Really, just because it's one of those games that you can hop in, play a 20-minute match. You gotta kill 20 minutes. Hop in. There you
Yeah.
go. You're done. Cool. And nothing too earth shattering with it.
Right. Right.
Uh,
Yeah, makes sense. All right, man. Any other games you want to cover, either on my list or your list, before we move on to the news this week?
how have you been liking X Define after the updates?
Oh, still extremely well. I was actually playing a few matches before the podcast, and got a couple like player to games, and just started to get a really good feel for the game. Really, right now I'm just trying to grind out like every gun to get all of the attachments for every single gun, and then kind of go from there. As you can see, my daughter and wife are making a special appearance here on the show today. Um, you say hi.
Okay.
But yeah, X Define, man, it's just a great game. I'm glad like it's in my rotation. Like I haven't touched Call of Duty since X Defiant came out. Like I don't think, I mean, maybe I think I hopped in Warzone like one time, but like outside of that, like there's nothing that's going to really take my attention away like multiplayer wise as of right now. Like I don't think I'm gonna play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer ever again at this point. I mean, I'm looking forward to Black Ops 6 when it comes out, but yeah, X Defiant, man, is just playing really great. Like the game just feels smooth. I just love the fact that there is no skill based matchmaking in this game. It's like there's games that you are steamrolling and then you get steamrolled the next game, but then the next game might be a really sweaty match. So like you just never know what you're gonna get in this game.
Nice.
But yeah, overall, great time. And actually, what surprised me is like they added capture the flag recently, and usually capture the flag plays really weird because like especially in Call of Duty, like they have like that massive like respawn timer. There's not really a like a respawn timer in this, so like it feels really fast paced, and like you can like the objective in this game is like whichever team captures 4 flags wins, or whoever has the most captures at the end of the time limit. So like there's a way to play it. And like the different like abilities, like it can close off lanes. Like a lot of people throw down like that spiked wire, the electric wire on the flag, so it prevents you from like trying to grab it so easily, or like it blocks off certain lanes, or like you can set up different defensive positions. Like the game plays really well in most game modes. So definitely, I'm enjoying it. I finally got it down. I understand how to play the game. I love all my double XP tokens now, like, especially because they only count in game time, not while you're waiting in the lobby. Just makes sense. It works. It's a really
Nice.
really fun game. But yeah, man, that's everything that we've been playing. Let's actually highlight a few games that are coming out this week because it is a massive week. I don't know if you saw the post I made about the games coming out this week, bro. There was like 20 some games. I think there's like five of them that I'm most excited for. Um, Exciting news for Switch players. If you haven't got the chance to play, is Deliver Us the Moon. That's coming to the Switch in a couple of days here. But some of the other ones, like Dungeons of Hinterberg, that comes out on the 18th. That comes Game Pass day one. Really looking forward to that one. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, that comes to all next gen consoles and even last gen consoles and PC on the 18th as well. Also another Game Pass day one game. Looking forward to that. College football, it comes out this Friday. I have that pre-order. It's coming from Walmart over to my house because I had to get that steelbook that was exclusive to Walmart. So I'm really looking forward to playing that. Then Kunitsigami Path of the Goddess comes out also on the 19th. Game Pass day one, baby. Like I only had to buy one game out of all the games I'm excited for. Also, Flock coming out on the 16th, coming to Game Pass day one as well. Like there's a lot of games that I'm looking forward to coming to Game Pass, and it's just win 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 win. Like this is the reason why Game Pass is the best value in gaming, which we're gonna dive into a little bit later on. What the fuck happened with Game Pass, but I have a lot to look forward to this week. What about
Oh
you?
yeah.
Any games coming out that you're excited for at all?
Not so much. I haven't looked very deep into any individual games. The Path of the Goddess looks fun, but then after that review of what you'd given, I'm not really confident that that's gonna be
Not
there
your cup of
for me.
tea. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would just say just check it out because like it's such a unique game to even trying to describe. Like I bet like once you play the game, you're like that wasn't anything how you described it, but that's how my experience went.
This is a perfect three quarters roguelike 2.5D.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, no, I would
no,
never.
everybody that I've listened to that tried to talk about this game cannot describe how it plays. So I'm just like, yeah, it's such a crazy game. But yeah, man. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and move on to the industry news because it's not much here this week in regards to that. So unfortunately, there's another company getting hit with more layoffs. Basically, Embracer Group is apparently shutting down Piranha Bytes. That's the latest studio being shut down from them. They've basically been on a selling spree or a closing down spree. So just another company that's getting hit with layoffs. I'm trying to think of what games that they've really been known for. Oh yeah, they did like Alex, Ryzen, Gothic, those kind of games. So if anybody was a fan of those games, good. They were a part of like the THQ back in the day, before they got bought out by Embracer Group. But yeah, just sad to see that more developers are getting displaced, and hopefully they can find a job very soon.
We'll see. Must be another Sunday.
Yeah,
More
just another
layoffs.
Sunday. But yeah, man, that's all the industry news that I got for you guys this week. Let's go ahead and move on to the meated episode with the gaming news. So, Xbox was in the news this week, and they were having some shockers, but not really shockers at the same time. Kind of come to expect. But before we get to that part, just a quick updates to the news. The Xbox app is now available on the Fire TV. For some reason, I can't find it on my Fire Stick, so I'm trying to figure out how to get it. And once I do, I'll be able to download it and check that out and be able to report back on that.
Just
Um,
jailbreak it.
yeah,
Just jailbreak it or update it.
yeah. Next up, just a quick update to a game that was recently added to Game Pass that basically breathed like a ton of new life into the game, and that is Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2, because they saw a 34,744% Xbox player increase following its Game Pass arrival. And I was like, man, that's a lot of fucking like people that have come to check this game out, or like there was basically nobody playing it already to begin with. But this is a game that I
It's
did want to
that's
check out
fun.
eventually because like when the first one came out, that one had massive issues with not having like the proper like voice actors behind the characters. So like it made the game really weird. Where this one they actually do have the true voice acting behind all of their characters and whatnot. So and they keep adding to it. So now that's on Game Pass. Might want to give it a go. I'm not that much of a fan when it comes to fighter games, but this is like um
But this is like a
Smash Bros.
nostalgic, fun one.
It's a nostalgia run. It plays like Smash Bros, so it's like a party fighting game. So it's nothing too serious. So maybe I'll give it a go. Maybe you have to come over and get your ass beat. I don't know. Or
Oh
we
no, we
play
can do it
alone.
online.
Yeah.
We can do it online. If you want, if you're in the business of catching L's, come on over.
You already caught an L in cornhole, man. Now you don't want to get it in Nickelodeon All Star Ball too.
That's not Nickelodeon All Stars. I'm gonna fuck you up, Atomic Pickles. I swear to God.
Oh shit! So we about to get that go, man. Game Pass. You still have Game Pass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
but maybe not much longer.
yeah, maybe because Game Pass, man, he saw a bit of an issue with like a restructuring and also a price increase. So Xbox Game Pass for consoles will be shuttered to any new users, while the current subscribers will be allowed to maintain this as well as the day one games. Because moving forward, Xbox Game Pass for console will not include day one Game Pass. There is a new tier called Xbox Game Pass Standard, which costs $14.99, and like I said, does not include Game Pass Day One, but it does include Xbox Live, which was the issue with like Xbox Game Pass Core because it included like a games, but it didn't have Xbox Live. Really weird. But it does not include Xbox Cloud Gaming, so you do miss out on that feature. And then starting on September 12th, 2024, Microsoft will only allow existing users to stack Xbox Game Pass for console for up to 13 months using prepaid cards. And you'll be able to continue to function as perpetuity. If you have more than 13 months,
Perpetuity.
yeah. If you have more than 13 months stacked already, you won't be impacted. So that's good. They're not going to like revert on that. Because I know a lot of people are like buying them, like when they go on sale, they'll just like stack up their Game Pass subscription services, which is smart. You save money in the long run. But it says if you do cancel out on outgoing the Xbox Game Pass for console, you will lose your entitlement to day one Game Pass permanently, and will need to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to then get it back. Ultimate will not be changed at all, and it will get a price increase. You still get the PC Game Pass day one games, a big catalog as well as cloud gaming. Price will go up to $19.99, so it is like a $3 increase. It's not really hit my pocket because I'm playing tons of games as it is. Like I'm getting my value tenfold. Like if I'm paying $20 a month and I play a game, I'm already getting my money back. If I'm playing two games and I'm doubling down on it, so it's a win-win to me. I'm always playing games on Game Pass. But if I get to a point where I beat basically every game on Game Pass, then it starts to run into like, do I need it this month? Do I resubscribe later? Because I know a lot of people like they hop in, hop out. Like, oh, there's a game I want to play, beat it, cool, drop Game Pass. Then they wait a few months. So we'll see how that goes. PC Game Pass is also getting a price increase from $9.99 to $11.99, and will continue to get games day one, which is great. Game Pass Core, which is the Xbox Live Gold multiplayer, gets an annual price increase to $74.99, but will remain $9.99 per month. So is this going to impact you having Game Pass at
Uh,
all?
no, because I already have Ultimate.
Yeah,
So it's not going to affect me as much as it would for somebody who's just trying to get into it
right.
and check it out. So it's pretty upsetting for the new users who will be hopping in here and trying to see what the Xbox Game Pass is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not nothing nothing significant to report for anybody who's already paying top tier um, for the Ultimate or the PC.
Right.
So
Yeah, as I was talking with Roger in the Discord channel when I dropped the news that when it broke, I was like, the issue here is the fact that like they didn't bring up the family plan because like they broke this news and it looks bad. They're like, here's all the bad news and we have nothing to give you in return. Where like this could have been a chance to go, hey, we know we're increasing price or restructuring this, but hey, there's also a family plan, friends and family plan. So if you and your buddies want to save some money, hop on to the same thing and you save a couple bucks. I think that would have been the perfect time for it. But I'm wondering like what's going on because they were testing it obviously, and maybe they found something that wasn't working or it was being abused in a certain way. Like I don't know what is taking them so long to push this out. That's going to be the main issue. Also, I talked about how like the issue with Game Pass console not having day one Game Pass games is like it's pushing people to then buy Ultimate. So like it's not necessarily a consumer decision here. This is a business decision, and it sucks for the consumer in the end. But like you said, me and you already have Game Pass Ultimate, so it's not really affecting us. Okay, $3 increase. I'm still getting my value out of this Game Pass, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, I'm already getting my value. As far as the family, I don't know. Maybe they ran into some of the Netflix issues where it's like, you had Netflix and you could share on one or two screens, and then, but with family, like how many people can play the same game at the same time? Like if you have a family playing with three other people and all four of you are playing the Master Chief Collection,
Right,
yeah, I mean that's four subscriptions they missed out on.
right.
So maybe they ran into something with that. Who knows?
Yeah, only time will tell. We'll see. Maybe they announce it soon. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just don't do it ever at all. But without, I mean, not hurting us either way. Game Pass is still to me best value in gaming.
Yeah.
Quick update though for one of Xbox's games, and that's Overwatch 2. This was a surprising collaboration, and Overwatch 2 will be collabing with Transformers. I'm gonna try and get the this trailer here up on screen for everybody to check out. It looks pretty cool because it has like the reminiscent of like the old school like Transformers vibe. Um, and like all of the skins actually look like they kind of make sense with all of the characters too. Like Bumblebee is fuck, what was the tank character? I'm terrible with all the character names.
Ashton.
Bastion.
Yep.
Have you seen this trailer yet? Like showcasing
No,
like
I'm
all of them.
not. Yeah.
Like don't it have like the old like old school feel of Transformers, like the
Oh yeah,
Saturday
for sure.
morning cartoons?
Yeah. Yep. 100%. Or it's like an old it's like a '90s anime like Mobile Suit Gundam,
Oh yeah.
or like yeah, like G Gundam, like yeah, that looks fun.
It looks badass, but I don't
It
think it's
looks
going to get
badass.
me back into to Overwatch 2. Like I'm glad to
Absolutely
see that
not.
they're trying at least. Um but yeah, I mean Overwatch 2 still doing pretty good. Like they still have like a ton of people playing the game, so that's great for them to bring some new quality content to a nice fan base as well.
I will say it looks like Optimus Prime is Reinhardt, and if that's the case,
I think
then I
so.
might I might hop. Yeah, 100. Yeah, that's Reinhardt. So I might
here's
I
the
might hop in.
hammer, yeah.
I might hop in because Daddy Reinhardt's got you, baby girl. Don't worry, I got you. And if I can do it as Optimus Prime, you best believe I'll do it as Optimus Prime.
Why not, right? All right, man. So that's all the Xbox news I got for you this week. I'm gonna go ahead and cover the PlayStation news since we do not got Roger this week. So, interesting one here is that Pocket Pair, which is the developer behind Power World, they signed a deal with Sony to form the Power World Entertainment to expand the IP. And this one's interesting because like the game's not even on PlayStation yet. So like obviously maybe we're gonna see it very soon. But this is not a publishing deal for Power World, like the video game portion of the game. So like it's not gonna have an impact on any of that. It's all related to like non video game products like merchandise, music, different things like that. And obviously like Power World is super successful in that Japanese market, so Sony's gonna be able to help them push that as well. This is a massive deal. For Sony to snag this, and I was really surprised because like Xbox has been the one backing like the video game part of the game, and then like now Sony's taking care of like the non-video game part of the game, you know. So it's interesting that both companies are working hand in hand with Pocket Pair, but I mean it seems like a win-win for the consumer. Honestly, like now we have this like really small company being backed by like a endless amounts of money basically to push this product out. What's your thoughts on Power World? You're muted. So
Oops. So I say it's nice to see them get this bankroll, and it's nice to see them working together on this. Because I know there was a huge blow up with Pal World when it first came out, and then now it's kind of trimmed down. It's become a little bit more. I wouldn't say niche necessarily. There's still a lot of people that play that, um, but it's nice to see that they're working just with just with the market. They're um, to work with Sony to expand the IP. I mean, that's a win for them. They're really checking all their boxes, trying to expand as much as they can.
hmm
good on them. As far as picking Sony, I don't. I mean, Sony's had pretty good success with everything but their own shit.
Yeah,
So we'll see how this goes.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
maybe they make like a TV show or like a anime or like a movie out of this too. And Sony is really great with that kind of stuff. Like
yeah.
Sony Entertainment is really big, like when it comes to the movie industry. So that could be a win. And like you said, like the game is nowhere near the 2 million peak users it had at one point, but it still averages roughly about 100 million in a 24-hour period. So like that's still pretty significant, especially for this kind of game. Like it's just a basic survival game that has Pokemon like aspects to it. Really fun game. I haven't played it in months, to be honest with you, but with all the new updates, I'm sure I'll hop back in one of these days and give it a go. It was a fun
Yeah.
experience when it was like the gameplay loop was definitely very like hook,
It
line,
was
and
very
sinker.
real. It was very real. Yes, the gameplay loop was very very real, 100%. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of like edgy Pokemon show out of this, or like kind of a Pokemon but edgy like sort of deal,
Yeah,
or something along the lines, something that's just like so astronomically weird that you can't help but love it,
yeah,
um, or like in the same vein as like maybe like a I don't want to sound too casual here, but like the same vein as like a Rick and Morty, where it's just you have your just weird shit happening whenever, because that's what Power World really invites, is just some of that weird shit happening there.
yeah. Yeah, especially like with like how like all your pals like work at your base, and once you build a factory, now you're enslaving all these pals. Like it could get really dark. Like I can see a really dark turn to this.
Really fast, yeah.
Yeah, it's like oh no. But moving on to some more PlayStation news in regards to their service. So the PlayStation Plus game catalog had an update. First off, for their extra and premium tier, you're getting Remnant 2, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Reunion, Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord, the Jackbox Party Pack 9, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, No More Heroes 3, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes Complete Edition, Deadcraft, and Steep. So that's a pretty solid lineup there. I'm still looking forward to eventually check out Remnant 2. Yeah, no Oblivion today. He's at a concert, unfortunately. Should have got you up here on the stage with us, Phil. But
Yeah, we killed him and ate him.
still good to see the Scoob, exactly. And then also for the
But
PlayStation
no.
Place game catalog for the premium tier only. For this is in regards to classics and VR games. Job Simulator, Summoner from the PS2, Ratchet and Clank, Size Matters also from the PS2, and Gene d'Arc, which is also I think from the PS2 if I'm not mistaken. So another solid lineup for those classic titles. Which there is rumors that they're trying to work on getting the PS3 titles to run natively on the PS5. So that'd be pretty cool to see if they can get that, because obviously there's a huge issue with PS3 games.
Well, yeah, especially considering that you can get them to play on an Xbox in dev mode already. That would be it would be really really bad if they can't get it to work.
On their
It'd be
own
really,
shit.
really
Yeah.
on their own fucking hardware.
Well, the
Yeah,
issue is like it you stream it on the Xbox, and they want to be able to run it like if you put the PS3 disc in your console kind of run as well. So don't hold me
that's
on that.
fair.
That's what I've heard. All right, Scott. That's all
Yeah,
the
I get
PlayStation
it.
news I got for you this week. What's going on over in the Nintendo world?
Not much, honestly. We really have There's been a report from GameDeveloper.com back on the 12th, where it's actually shown that multiple sources who have helped localize big Nintendo games claim that they and their colleagues, like their whole, whether it was kind of like an office or a studio or anything like that, they weren't actually named in credits for a lot of big Nintendo games. Things like Tears of the Kingdom, Paper Mario: The Thousand Years Door. So it's just interesting to see. It's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because it's like can you really name credit hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of translators? But
Right.
at the same time, like they also worked really hard on getting that game translated, so like they deserve some of that credit. So is there a middle ground here? Is it, do you name their company? Do you name like their project? Do you like what do you do here? It's just
I just feel
interesting
like
to
you name
see.
everybody, because I feel like most games name everybody, because like I'm not gonna lie, I get tired of watching video game credits, but like they have to be there because you have to acknowledge everybody that helped. Because like
Well, and
sometimes video game
that's
credits
the
take
third
like
option.
40 minutes of video game credits. Like
Yeah,
that's
and that's
far
the
more
third
than
option.
like movie credits.
Yeah, that's that hidden third option. Doesn't even really matter because not a lot of people are gonna see it anyway.
Right, you can skip it
But
half the time.
I think it does mean a lot to the individuals that have helped with that game.
Yeah.
I'm leaning a little bit more towards the name everybody side, but like they really never explained why they couldn't do it other than just it's too many people. But like nobody's
Mm.
make it interactive credits like you did with Star Fox. Then we'll then something like that. But yeah, so that was just interesting to see that they took time out of their day to not do that.
Right.
So it was just odd, and I thought that was worth mentioning there.
Yeah.
Other than that, we
Yeah, that
don't
was a
have
great article
much.
to talk about. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, other than that, we don't have much as far as the services. Nintendo Switch Online editions. We have Densetsu no Starfy 1, 2, and 3. These games were really previously only available in Japan when they were originally released. So anybody who's been wanting to play them or has been emulating them or has been doing whatever you can to play them, now's your chance.
Was that
Moving
a
on from that,
was that a game
go
that
ahead.
you ever thought about checking out?
Nope,
No, I've
never,
never even heard of
never,
it to be honest.
never even heard of it. Honestly, never even heard of it. But it like looking through like the online forums and a lot of the not a lot of the internet, but a lot of the people that have been talking about games like a lot of people are pretty excited for this. And it's a lot of people are saying it's about time they brought it.
Right. I mean,
This
these
doesn't
games
affect
are
me
really
personally.
old.
Yeah, they're
They're
very
from the
old, but a
Game
lot of
Boy
people are
Advance.
yeah, a lot of people are very very excited for this. Um, so good on them. If you're excited for this, now's your chance. If you've never heard of this and you want to look it up and now you're excited, now's your chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the trailer up on screen. If you want to go ahead and move on to the next topic, we can do that as well.
Well, we don't really have much to talk about after that other than just some EA games, just a little bit of Apex Legends. They're changing their battle pass in season 22 to require real world money.
Yeah, it's
So
rough.
you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to get battle pass points. You're not going to be able to use those battle pass points on it. So it's a little upsetting. It's a hot take, unpopular one.
Yeah, I'm really
Uh,
surprised that they did this. Like, I mean, for EA, no, but like for Respawn Entertainment to make this decision, kind of had me scratching my head. I'm like, doesn't make sense. Like, you just took away like the incentive, like from having the currency in the battle pass to then put towards the because you can buy one game, you
exactly.
can buy one battle pass and just use the currency from that battle pass to buy the next one, like
Yeah.
every other game does. It's like I don't know why they would do that to that game, and plus that they're also splitting like one battle pass into two battle passes, so now you have to buy two battle passes per season as well, which is really fucking bizarre.
Yeah, that seems like some self-sabotage coming out of Apex, honestly.
Yeah, talk about how to kill the game. Jesus.
Yeah.
But moving on to our next topic here for 2K, they officially revealed the cover and the release date for NBA 2K25, and this one's actually pretty awesome because like who is on the cover? Not necessarily for the male that's on the cover. I mean, shout out to Jason Tatum. I'm trying to get it pulled up on screen here, but we also got Asia Wilson, from the Las Vegas Aces, and this will be the first time ever that a female will share the cover or be on the cover in general with the male part of the game. But the collector's edition looks pretty cool with the Vince Carter. It's just like someone said that Vince Carter looks like brass knees from Timmy Turner, Fairly Odd Parents, and I was like, I cannot unsee it now. But yeah, it's pretty good, pretty cool to see that. I mean, Aisha Wilson has been balling. Like she is definitely like looking like the MVP of the league this year, and I could see her winning another championship. But yeah, shout out to that, and shout out to Jason Tatum, man, coming off the championship, winning that, and then playing right now in the Olympics, rocking the number 10 jersey, representing Kobe Bryant. But yeah, man, that's all I got here in the 2K news. But moving on to another publisher here, and that's Ubisoft. This is kind of an update to something we were talking about last week with like not representing correctly and legality issues, and they have apologized for using unauthorized use of the flag and AC shadows, and I guess that they're going to more than likely remove it. It says the flag in question belongs to the historical reenactment group, and it says apologize for unauthorized use for the in the shadow concept art. Um, So it says it was first published in a 13-minute gameplay walkthrough video last month, taking place. Yeah, I'm trying to pull through the article here. But yeah, so my guess is that they're gonna say sorry, whoops, update it and remove it. It'll get removed in the day one patch or whatever, since the game
Yeah,
comes out in just a few months here.
and it just is. It just goes to show, no matter how much research you do, you can still get something wrong.
Yeah,
That's, I mean, to pretend that these guys knew what they were doing and still did it, I highly doubt that. But it just seems, things get missed, and that's very common.
yeah. And they got checked, and they're seems like they're handling it the correct way. So that's can't ask for anything better out of that. But also for Ubisoft, shout out to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It's a really great game, no matter what I've said about it. It just game that overstayed its welcome. Still haven't beaten it, but it is coming to Steam on August 8th, 2024. For anybody that was looking to check it out, only plays on PC and only uses Steam. Here's your chance. Moving on to a game that I have been playing. Didn't play over the last week, unfortunately, just been really busy. But the First Descendant is being accused of using barely changed Destiny 2 icons. So I'm going to try and get them up on screen as well, and see if you can distinguish much of a difference. Because this is one of those can I borrow your homework, but just make sure you change something a little bit. And boy, what the fuck. Like a lot of these are basically like 1-to-1. Very, very
Yeah,
minute change.
yeah. I'm waiting for a 2 to show up behind that first Descendant there.
Yeah. This is really the Destiny 2 too.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
ridiculous.
yeah, I thought that was pretty rough. And they're like, "Oh no!" So I'm just wondering if this was like one of like the Power World issue, like the use of AI also in the in game development, kind of just like created an icon, but like the developers of the first Descendant didn't think about, oh, we should check other games that may have a very very similar icon, and it just didn't.
Yeah, but then I mean, if you're gonna sit there and you make an icon and you're gonna go, how many games have this icon?
It's tough.
How are you gonna do
But
that?
when it's your direct
Right?
competitor, like another
If it's a
MMO
direct
looter shooter,
competitor like Destiny 2, like Destiny and Destiny 2, that's a little different. But to play a little bit of devil's advocate here, I think we're also at the point to where like it's almost like we can't make new shit.
right?
You
We've
know,
Everything's been done under the
everything's
sun,
everything's been
is what they say.
exhausted at this point. Um, as far as games, everything's been remakes, everything's been sequels, everything's been this and that, and now we got the icon issue. But that's a blatant kind of ripoff almost. That looks like almost more like it was pure laziness than more than anything.
Right. All right. That's all the First Ascendant news. If you want to round out this week's episode with the last article here.
Yes. So for those of you that were excited for Planet Coaster 2, that was announced and set to arrive in fall of 2024. I do believe that Vic is going to be bringing that up here. Looks sick. Looks pretty enjoyable. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, who doesn't
It
enjoy like a nice amusement
I
park
know
sim?
it gives you just like a newer kind of hype on anybody who used to do like the roller coaster tycoon
Yeah.
games. Like this is just like just a newer, better version of that. Um, what's not to like about it?
Yeah. I can't see. Like it's pretty dope. Like I used to play the shit out of Roller Coaster
And
Tycoon at Roger's house
yeah,
all the time.
exactly. Yeah,
And
I used to play the shit out of that game.
fuck, what was that amusement park game on the PS1? Fuck, I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, I used to play the shit out of that. Now that's really what this one reminded me of. I never played Planet Coaster 2 or Planet Coaster 1. Unfortunately, but I mean, this game looks like it'd be nice to kill some time or enjoy this kind. This is like a palate cleanser. Like this is completely way
Yeah,
different than any game that I have been playing in the period at all. Like this isn't a game that you try to beat per se. Like I mean, maybe there's a story mode in this, but this is a game that you're just really just trying to create and have fun.
yeah. You're just making like the scariest shit. Try to have people throw up on your roller coasters. Try to have people puke on your water slides.
Yeah,
Rides are too scary. People don't want to get on it. You lose money.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
it's a tale as old as time over here. But it
exactly.
does look fun. It does look fun. It is definitely like you said. I will for sure give you the palate cleanser because it is like
Uh,
just completely different than what a lot of people do play.
I
Do
don't
you
think so.
literally
That's
beat you?
it was something similar to that. Try to look it up. Park games
But,
for
but yeah,
PS1.
it's for sure a palate cleanser. It's one of those ones where you can just kind of get mindless about it, make a theme park, and just call it a day. Uh, so it does look fun. It looks
Oh yeah,
very
it was
fun.
Sim Theme
Very
Park. My bad. But there's a game called just regular
ew.
theme park, and then Sim Theme Park. But yeah, Sim Theme Park was my shit. I played the fuck out of that game as a
I
kid.
just honestly don't know. I just honestly don't know how you fuck those two up. I don't. I don't. Wow.
How dare
Honestly,
you?
Mr. Never killing everybody. But that does round out our gaming news there. I'm excited for Planet Coaster 2, just to get something different.
Yeah, I'm definitely for it. But yeah, as you said, that is the end of this week's episode. We do want to thank everyone who did come us and check us out here live on Twitch, and anyone who does check us out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. But Scott, where can the community find you at?
So once again, like I said last week, I'm going to be pretty sparse here and there. If you do want to catch me, you do want to hang out, play some video games, you can always catch me on Discord. My name is Scoby1. If you want to play some shooters, play some Once Human, anything like that, just get a hold of me on there. Other than that, that is where I will be. Everywhere else, I will be incognito.
You sure will be for good reason. But everyone, you can check me out at Mr. Never Chillin _ Threads is Mr. Never Chillin. Xbox is X Never Space Chillin. If you want a game, party up, hit me up there. Hit me up on Facebook at Vic Brubacher for any questions, concerns, or even if you want to come on the show, or even check out my personal life as well. And I do stream over on my Twitch at twitch.tv / Mr. Never Chillin, where gotta decide on what game I'm gonna be streaming. It might be Dungeons of Hinterberg, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, Kanetsugami, The Path of Goddess. Like, there's a lot coming out this week that I'm really looking forward to checking it out and giving it a go. But we do want to thank everyone again, and until next week, peace.
Restart podcast.